Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into a story that has really captivated readers. It's a standout BL manhwa called The Dangerous Convenience Store.
Oh, absolutely.
If you haven't heard of it, well, get ready. We're going deep into its mix of romance, some surprising comedy, and actually pretty gripping action. It's
Yeah.
resonated with so many people.
It really has.
Our mission today, to kind of unpack the magic behind why it's so popular.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable how Dangerous Convenience Store manages that balance, Heartfelt emotion, but also real intensity.
Mhm.
So we're going to explore the characters. They're really nuanced, the plot that keeps you hooked, and I think importantly, the psychological journeys. That's what really makes it stand out in the BL genre.
Right.
We want to get at what makes this story so compelling, basically from page one right through to the end.
Okay, let's do it. So let's set the scene first. Imagine your Yu Jun college student life's. Well, it's not exactly glamorous.
It's not at all.
He's working the graveyard shift, convenience store. And this isn't your bright, friendly corner shop.
No, definitely not.
It's in a seriously rough neighborhood. So his daily routine, late night weirdos, sometimes tricky customers.
The usual stuff for that kind of job, yeah.
Exactly. But then it takes this sharp turn when this tall, undeniably intimidating guy starts showing up all the time.
Bum Jianwoo. The gangster.
Yes. So, your mundane shift, just trying to survive till morning, and suddenly this quiet, hulking presence is just there.
In that initial dynamic, that's where the story really grabs you, I think. Jun is this mix of fear but also intense curiosity about Jianwoo.
Totally.
You see him watching this guy, the silent customer, wondering, what's his deal? But then you get these cracks in the tough exterior.
Right, the protective moments.
Exactly. Jianwoo starts stepping in, defends Jun from other troublesome customers. In those actions, they're the first sign he's not just a bad boy.
He's the grumpy gangster with a heart of gold.
Pretty much. That
Yeah.
classic trope, yeah. And you pair that with Jun, who's more cheerful, maybe a bit naive.
It's an irresistible contrast, right? It
Yeah.
fuels their whole connection.
Absolutely.
And those quiet protective acts, they do more than just spark curiosity, like you said. They're laying the groundwork for something deeper.
Mm-hmm.
You see their interactions change. It goes beyond just buying cigarettes or whatever. They start having more personal conversations, slowly breaking down those initial walls.
Yeah, the barriers start to come down.
And then
Yeah.
there's that moment. Hujon, drunk, maybe a bit desperate, just pours out his feelings.
The confession.
Yeah. And, well, as readers know, that completely changes everything. Paves the way for their first intimate encounter. It's a massive shift.
Huge. And this just throws Jun into this emotional storm, doesn't it? He's confused, feels guilty, but there's also this powerful attraction dawning on him. He has to really look at his own desires.
Which he maybe hadn't before.
Exactly. But what's so refreshing, and I think a lot of readers found this, is Jianwoo's reaction, or kind of lack of reaction about his own sexuality.
Right. He's surprisingly nonchalant about it.
Yeah, totally nonchalant. He accepts it. There's no big internal struggle for him about being attracted to Jun. His focus is just on Jun.
Yeah.
And that lets the story skip over a common hurdle, It focuses instead on their specific, evolving connection. Does it explain why he's so okay with it? Not explicitly.
Oh, not really.
But it suggests it's just not an issue for him, maybe part of his overall stoicism, which is quite powerful in itself.
It really is. And it makes you think, doesn't it? How quickly perceptions can flip. That intimidating person, maybe they have this hidden kindness. It makes you question your own biases.
Definitely. An unexpected act of kindness can change everything.
So moving beyond those first sparks, the individual journeys here are where this deep dive gets really compelling, I think.
It's not just romance. It's about real personal evolution.
Exactly. Let's start with Jun. His transformation is pretty incredible. What does his journey tell us about finding your own strength?
Well, Jun starts out, kind of awkward. He's introverted, a bit clumsy in a charming way. And he's definitely influenced by this unrequited crush he has, Yumun Hunwoo.
Right, seeking external validation.
Yeah, very much so. A bit codependent, putting others first. But then Jianwoo's care, and it's consistent, it's genuine, that starts to slowly shift Jun's thinking about what he actually deserves.
Like what a healthy relationship could look like.
Exactly. But then comes the huge turning point. Jianwoo leaves. For 3 years.
Which is painful.
Yeah.
Really painful for Yu
It's
Jun.
incredibly painful. But it forces Jun to stand on his own 2 feet. Immense self-reliance develops. He handles his brother's hospitalization, a tough job, all alone, no protector.
It's to grow up fast.
He really does. So by the time Jianwoo comes back, Jun is not the same person at all. He's much more assertive, he's independent, and crucially, he sets boundaries. He demands honesty.
Wow. That's a huge arc, real self-actualization.
It really is.
Okay, so that's Ijon's massive growth. Now let's turn to Bum Jianwoo, the stoic, emotionally walled-off gangster. He also changes profoundly, right? Slowly embracing vulnerability.
Oh, absolutely. His journey is just as significant.
What's the biggest hurdle for him, would you say? And how does Yujun kind of help him over it?
Jianwoo starts as that archetype, intimidating, silent, communicates through actions, not words. You get the sense his tough exterior, his repression, comes from a difficult past, maybe traumatic?
Yeah, that's implied.
And Irijon's warmth, his openness, it's like a slow chisel against Jianwoo's armor. You see him getting more expressive, but still through protective gestures, mostly.
Right. Actions still speak louder for him, initially.
Exactly. But his defining struggle, the critical breakdown, is when he leaves, suddenly. He thinks he's protecting Yujin.
But it just causes immense pain and confusion.
Totally. The communication is just absent. But ironically, that separation forces Jianwoo to confront his issues. He has to face his inability to communicate his feelings, his reasons.
Because his actions clearly weren't enough.
Right. So when he returns, he makes this monumental psychological leap. He doesn't just show up. He actively, transparently pursues Yujin. He uses words, he explains, he commits.
Wow. From silent protector to vulnerable partner.
It's a massive shift. He learns to be open, finally.
And ultimately, that just underlines a really powerful truth, doesn't it? True self-discovery isn't just finding yourself. It's about learning to communicate yourself.
Especially when you have these deep patterns resisting vulnerability.
Yeah. It's in those difficult conversations that real growth and real connection happens.
Mm-hmm. Precisely.
So, okay, moving beyond these really deep character arcs, The Dangerous Convenience Store also resonates because of its themes and its art style. Let's talk about that broader appeal. What makes it stand out visually and thematically?
Yeah, zooming out a bit, the manhwa really unpacks some key themes that connect. There's that powerful contrast, appearances versus reality.
Jianwoo's intimidating look versus his gentle nature.
Exactly. Then there's the whole theme of personal growth, self-discovery, that's pretty universal. And of course, the idea that love can just blossom in the most unexpected, even dangerous places.
Right, the convenience store setting itself.
Yeah. And artistically, the visuals are really clean, very expressive. The character designs are distinct, detailed. They highlight the contrasts, Jinwoo's imposing figure, Irian's more delicate look.
Which can be a bit tropey sometimes, that contrast.
It can be, but I think here it avoids just being a caricature because they invest so much in the psychological realism. The designs feel like they reflect their inner states.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
And the action sequences, when they happen, they're actually really well choreographed. They blend right in with the romance. They don't overshadow the relationship.
It's good balance. So it's clear the story's impact goes way beyond the pages. What's the wider cultural footprint? How has the fandom embraced it?
Oh, the reception has been incredibly positive. Readers consistently praise the characters, the engaging storyline, that blend of romance, comedy, action. It just hit a sweet spot.
Made it a standout, for sure.
Definitely. And the fandom engagement is huge. Fan art, memes everywhere. And the popularity of that gentle gangster trope, it really took off. It flips expectations.
It does.
And there's that cultural layer too, right? The convenience store in Korea. It often symbolizes late-night survival, maybe loneliness for students, workers.
Yeah, it's a specific kind of space.
And the manhwa just transforms this often solitary setting into this stage for unexpected, passionate romance. It gives it a unique resonance.
That's a great point. So for you, the listener, it's really an invitation to see how great storytelling, compelling art, and relatable themes create this world fans just dive into.
Yeah, it's a testament to a story told really well.
Now, like any beloved story, The Dangerous Convenience Store has sparked different interpretations. Some readers felt maybe the psychological depth could have been explored even more in places. What are some of those common points of discussion you see?
Yeah, it's important to have that balanced view. No story hits perfectly for everyone. One common criticism, or maybe point of frustration, is Jinwoo's sudden departure.
The 3-year gap.
Exactly, the 3-year separation without a clear, immediate explanation. For some, it felt like unnecessary trauma for Yujun and a really poorly communicated choice by Jinwoo.
Like, his inability to communicate shouldn't excuse disappearing for 3 years.
That's the argument, yeah. And some felt his accountability upon return was maybe a bit lacking. Apologies felt brief, maybe relying too much on their history to smooth things over quickly.
Okay. What else?
Well, Yu Yizhen's early codependency, how his attraction seemed tied to Jinwoo's protections, some readers noted that, and maybe felt his forgiveness later was a bit too quick, maybe a step back for his character arc.
Interesting point.
There's also discussion around the straight-turned-gay aspect, even though, as we said, Jinwoo's acceptance is pretty nonchalant.
It's still a trope some people react to.
Right. And finally, maybe an occasional feeling that the plot, especially the disappearance, served the relationship drama rather than the psychological journeys organically driving the plot forward.
Okay.
But, and this is really important, these are points of discussion within the fandom. They aren't universal deal breakers. The story's overall popularity, the positive reception, it remains incredibly high.
Absolutely. It's good to acknowledge those different viewpoints, though. Yet, despite these discussions,
Yeah.
the manhwa is widely celebrated, especially, I think, for its ending. How does it ultimately bring their complex journey to a close?
The ending really delivers a satisfying resolution, especially considering everything they went through. Many readers found it very rewarding. Jianwoo comes back, he's determined, and he actively starts that difficult process, rebuilding trust.
He has to work for it,
He does. And Ujian, who's grown so much, he doesn't just roll over. He holds Juno accountable.
Yeah.
He pushes for that open, honest communication.
which builds a much healthier foundation this time.
It's exactly a more mature foundation, and the narrative transitions them beautifully into this domestic bliss. You see Jianwoo actively communicating, being vulnerable, that massive psychological leap we talked about.
Yeah.
And Yuizhan finds this deep contentment, real happiness. They've genuinely left the dangerous parts of their past behind. They choose a future based on understanding and respect.
It really feels earned. So it makes you reflect, doesn't it? How an ending can validate that long, tough character journey. It offers that sense of peace, of growth, despite all the challenges.
A testament to patience and perseverance.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the dangerous convenience store. We've unpacked the journeys of Yo Yuzhon and Bum Janwoo, seeing how their story, with all its complexities and interpretations, really delivers this heartwarming, compelling romance.
Yeah, it definitely sticks with you. It does. And maybe this deep dive reminds us that, true connection often shows up in unexpected places. It forces us to grow in ways we never thought possible. What does it teach us about the power of vulnerability? Maybe. Especially when being vulnerable feels like the most dangerous thing you can do.
That's a powerful thought to leave everyone with. We really hope you enjoyed exploring this incredible manhwa with us today.
We did.
If you did, please hit subscribe, give us a like, and definitely share your own thoughts on the dangerous convenience store in the comments. We love hearing from you.
Yeah, tell us what you think.
And don't forget to check out our other deep dives for more explorations like this one. Thanks for listening.